All right. How's everybody tonight? We're a minute or so late getting started here. Apologies. I had an unbelievable amount of email messages tonight. I don't know what happened there. Usually you might have 2, 3, or 4. Tonight there were like 26. So yeah, and I always do them last because they're usually messages saying, hey, combine my invoice, and so I always get the invoices combined first. And, there's an order we do things. And then I had a bunch of messages that weren't about that. So anyway, that made us a little late starting, but by a minute or so. We are ready to get rocking here tonight. We have a pair of breaks to do, but some information to go over before we get started ripping into things. So first up there is feedback. As you probably know, it is 100% automated. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get the same in return, thanks to the wonders of automation. Yay, go automation. And of course, the far more important thing there is to say thank you. Always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me, keeping me company, and all such as that. All right, we are next taking a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night there is a single new release. We're going to break later than normal at 9:45 Eastern, which is 6:45 Pacific. But guys, it's a pretty short break, so it's just going to be the one product, which is the Archive Signature Series Retired Player Edition. That is tomorrow's new release, and it probably will not take us 15 or 20 minutes. We'll have the whole thing done. So even though we're starting late, we'll still be finished at a really reasonable hour. On Thursday night, we're going to open up another case of Bowman Chrome Baseball. On Friday night, it will be XR football again. On Saturday, we're going to start early at 8:30 Eastern, which is 5:30 Pacific. And I keep forgetting to type this in there. So let's just do it right now. It is in the listing description, but I usually like to put it here too, and I keep forgetting to add it. So there we go. So Saturday night, we're going to do a half case of 5-star baseball. Those are loose boxes from a shared case. We will do another 20-box case of Archive Signature Retired Player. We'll do a half case of Flawless Collegiate Football, which is the back half of the case, and another case of NT Baseball. So that's what we look like in the days ahead. On Sunday night, of course, is an off night. Gina's here. Hi, Gina. And Greg and Evil Empire all here. Hello, everybody. Okay, so here's what you need to know. Listen, I know this is projected to ship out a long lot. What am I trying to say? Much farther out than normal, a long time away. I'm projecting it for Monday. I'm going to try to get it out to you sooner, but as many of you know, maybe all of you know by now, we did have a death in the family last week, and I lost a couple of full days that would have been spent on sorting and shipping. I lost entirely. So it's going to take me, probably over a week to get caught up on having missed those 2 days. So that's why it's projected out so far out. Now I'm going to try really hard to get it to you sooner, but I'm not sure that I can. So that's why I'm listing it for Monday. And if I can get it sooner, I absolutely will. Okay, consolation cards may come into play here. I don't really think it will for Illusions, but it might for National Treasures Baseball. Here's what that means to you. If you are in this break and you get skunked, you do not pull anything at all, not a base card, not a single card of any sort. You are still entitled to a consolation card or cards. They will ship out when the rest of the break ships, since this is a paid shipping break. They're only held to go with the next package if it's a free shipping break, right? So on paid shipping breaks like tonight, if you get skunked, you're still going to get your consolation card or cards, and they will ship when the rest of the break goes out. All right. Now then, first up tonight is our case of National Treasures Baseball. It's a 4-box case. This is break number 2. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay, which is Tuesday night, the 1st of October, believe it or not. And of course, the format that you are accustomed to by now, where we have our team names. Oh boy, what did I just hit right there? I hit something. We have our team names on, excuse me, one side, and the eBay user ID of our winning bidder across from each team there on the opposite side. And of course, a new spreadsheet's going to go up before we do Illusions football. So if you're here for that break, don't wander too far off. because National Treasures baseball will probably not take us more than about 20 minutes, more or less, give or take 5 minutes. Last little piece of business, you probably see there, hey, my background, it got really fuzzy, it's out of focus. You're right, it is, but I did that on purpose. So that's going to actually allow us to see our cards up nice and close and personal that way. I don't like it when people do breaks and the cards are like way back here and I can't see them well enough to know if there's anything funky going on. Because, they don't all come out of the pack minty mint. In fact, most of them don't. So I like to have them up a little closer so we can get a better look at what is what as they come out. So that's the dealio. Staying lever, you need the Rangers, Nolan Ryan, and a couple of others. All right, man. We'll do our best to get you all of the above, okay? We'll try hard to bring it in for you. Hey, Greg, who did you need in here, Greg, tonight? The Nationals, you said. Okay, so we got to work on the Nationals for you as well. And Gina, you said no rush sending your consolation cards. Gina, no, man, we got to hit some stuff for you. We can't always just be having you no hit. We got to hit some stuff for you, all right? Who's your team in here tonight, Gina? Tell me who you've got. Let's try to fire up the mojo in advance. Can we do that, do you think? We're going to try. Do our best. Oh, look at that. Evil's getting impatient, saying, hurry up. Well, Evil, I'm getting there, brother. I'm getting there. We got a little process I like to do. I like to get it all out when it's a product like this. And then once we start looking at it, we can just keep going. So you have to delay your gratification only once. And then you're going to be all set. All right. Okay. I'm getting a few sleeves out on the table and crack into some stuff. I will thank you, everyone, for your condolences. I appreciate that very much. It was, it was a family member that had did suddenly fall ill and was in ICU for a couple of weeks before he actually ended up passing. But, it was an odd thing because one day they would tell you it just looked so grim and you felt like there was no hope. And then they'd come back the next day and say, oh, well, this was a little better and maybe, it's going to work out. And it was really an up and down kind of thing, but it was just so sudden when it came on. But anyway, nonetheless, it ended up the way it ended up, unfortunately. All right, let's move on and talk about some fun things here, like some baseball cards. Gina, you've got the Marlins tonight. All right, my friend, we're going to try to find you a Marlin tonight. Let's see if we can accomplish that. First that we look at here, we see Jonathan Davis, and that is the Toronto Blue Jays. It's numbered to 10. You've got a whole bunch of relics there, and looks like a very similar kind of card design here with Nathaniel Lowe for the Tampa Bay Rays, numbered to 99. We have a relic for Trevor Story and the Colorado Rockies to 99. And then we have a little Shohei for the Angels, also to 99. That's the number of the night, isn't it? Tony Gwynn to 99, Padres. And our first autograph is headed to the Pirates. That's a sticker on there, though. I always hate when they put stickers in National Treasures. It is Kevin Newman to 99 for the Pirates. One of the bright spots for the Pirates. Dakota Hudson. That is numbered to 49 for the St. Louis Cardinals, coming out next. Oh, Psychedelic, this is your first break here. Well, who do you have? We'll try to get you some good mojo flowing as well. Maybe we can. We're going to try hard anyway. And this is a little Jason Giambi. I always say his name wrong. I know that I do, but that's okay. I say most of the names wrong. That's numbered to 10. It's just a thing. I don't know. Can't ever get it out. It's numbered to 25, and you have Blake Snell for the Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, Evil Empire. Yeah, we do multiple breaks almost every night. It's really kind of rare for me to have just one product in a night. There are a few of those this week just because I've got to start getting caught up from having missed the time off with the death in the family. So I scheduled as kind of light this week, but normally we do multiple per night. So we have a cut signature here. It is numbered to 5, and it is Joe Sewell. I'm not sure which, but anyway, he's a Cleveland Indian. And you've got the signature on one side, a big chunk of the baseball bat on the opposite side. So our first booklet, the cut signature to 5 for the Indians. Yeah, Lori, I'm with you. I'm not fond of the stickers in here either. I think this set is way too expensive for them to be throwing stickers in. But at the same time, would I rather have the Kevin Newman come out with a sticker than not have the Kevin Newman? Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'd rather have the Kevin Newman than, not at all, if the option was either sticker or not at all. Then we have a little Eric Thames. That is numbered to 25, and the Brewers were lighting up the Nationals the last I saw. To 99, it's Rafael Devers and the Red Sox. Then we have a little Roberto Alomar to 99 for the Indians. And Frank Robinson for the Orioles to 10. That's really cool. I bet that's a game-worn relic. Let's see. Does it say? Yeah, game-used Frank Robinson's pretty cool for the Orioles. I like that. Next up, it is number 299, a little Ortiz. Orioles are on a bit of a roll, aren't they? Orioles are trucking right along tonight. That is Brad Keller for the Kansas City Royals. Did I miss the number on that? Oh, I did. It's kind of lost in the image there. It's numbered to 99. Also to 99, we've got ourselves a Texas Ranger, Nomar Mazara. I see a nice hit coming up, and dang, if it isn't a sticker too. That is numbered to 10 with Pedro Martinez, Hall of Fame signatures. So I love the hit for the Red Sox, but once again, I wish it wasn't on a sticker. And I'm agreeing there with kind of, Laurie and Evil Empire. They're kind of on the same page there going, yeah, stickers don't belong in here. Agreed. Signature Jumbo Materials booklet. It is Forrest Whitley, Houston Astros. It is numbered to 99. It's actually a nice looking little booklet. Well, I mean, they're all nice looking, but some of them have, I think, more interesting designs than others, perhaps. That had a pretty nice design. J Bomb Sauce. Haven't seen you in a while. How you been, J Bomb Sauce? You're looking forward to Illusions. Yeah, we'll be there before too long. Number to 25, it is Jeff McNeil for the New York Mets. JD Martinez, Red Sox, 99. Mike Piazza to 49 for the Mets. And then we have, where's the number on it? Up at the top, to 99, Eddie Murray and the Baltimore Orioles just keep on trucking. We do have a redemption. If you haven't done a break with me before, here's what happens. I leave them face down right up there in what I call the housekeeping area. That's kind of our to be determined area. And then at the very end of this break, we'll flip them all over right in a row and then go to the Panini website and check them out, learn what we need to know about them. Ryan O'Hearn at Kansas City Royals. That is a really nice looking group of relics and a hard signed autograph. It is numbered to 10 for Kansas City with the Ryan O'Hearn. Looking pretty sharp. And another nice relic out behind that. It is also numbered to 10. You can see we've got some rough corners on this one in particular, though. Really kind of all four, but particularly these lower. You can notice there's some back. Ooh, the back's even worse than the front. But that is Teoscar Hernandez, Houston Astros. And yeah, so it's been touched up a little bit there on the corners, as you can see. I shouldn't say touched up because it's not technically touched up. It's just not, it didn't come out of the pack looking nice. Let's put it like that. But that came out of the pack looking nice. Fernando Tatis Jr., the hot rookie for the San Diego Padres, numbered to 99. Woo, I like that. Number to 49, we have Richie Ashburn for the Philadelphia Phillies is our booklet. And that is a little tiny piece of the baseball bat, and this guy probably played like 1,000 years ago. But anyway, that is also game used for the Phillies, a little tiny piece of baseball bat. Stang Lover, you said it's either going to be a sticker or 12 to 18 months waiting on a redemption. Well, sometimes they get them out faster, as you know, but a lot of times, yeah, it's not. A lot of times it is not. Evil Empire, yeah, these boxes are super expensive, and I think everybody all the time complains when we find stickers in them, myself included. I don't like it either. Christian Stewart, Detroit Tigers to 99. Next up to 99 is George Springer for the Astros. Then it is numbered to 25, little Ryan Sandberg for the Cubbies. A relic for Don Mattingly to 49 for the Yankees. And then Jake Cave, Minnesota Twins, also super nice, numbered to 49. Mostly I like that. You know the relic I like. The multicolored one. You guys know I'm a sucker for a nice looking relic. Especially pretty multicolored ones. It's pretty. Next out, number 225. We have a hard signed autograph. Another cool looking relic, and that is Cole Tucker. So Pittsburgh, you get one hard signed and one sticker so far. Jonathan VR, Brewers, numbered to 99. With the colossal materials. And again, you know, kind of some dinged up corners on there. Which honestly, we all know most of these thick cards don't come out of packs. All minty mint and perfect. The problem is when it's something other than white and it's a dark colored background, it makes it show up so much more than it would otherwise. Oh, I like this kid, Kevin Biggio. I really like this kid a lot. That is numbered to 99. That's the Toronto Blue Jays. You're probably after Vlad Jr. more so than anybody else, but I have to tell you, I like this kid. So, I also like Bo Bichette a lot. All right, our last booklet's headed to the Colorado Rockies. That is Nolan Arenado to 49. Oh, wait. Hold the phone. We've also got a Texas Ranger on there. I just looked at the top and look at the bottom. Yeah, we've got Beltre on there for the Rangers as well. So that brings us to an entirely different conclusion. So here's what happens with this fine little fellow. If the same person happens to own both teams, we've got no worries. If we don't have the same team owner for both teams, we're going to have to use random.org to give that little booklet away. But first things first, let's look at our redemption. We have Eloy, and that is Colossal Signatures Hollow Silver. And Eloy is the White Sox. So we got some nice little Chicago White Sox in here, which of course, you know, we're going to go check it out at the Panini website. We'll verify the team. We'll find out what, if anything, it's going to be numbered to and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and get ourselves over there. Let me get myself over there first. And then I'm going to bring you along with me. And then we're going to be all happy looking it up. Come on, Panini. There we go. Takes just a second to go through this drop-down menu. I usually have it set up ahead of time, but as I said, I got a little bit caught up in messages tonight. Everything took a tad longer than I thought it was going to, so We're just going to set it up right now. Colossal Signatures Hollow Silver. And it is card number 19. And that cannot be right because that would be Beltray, and this is Eloy, so I'm somewhere in the wrong spot. Colossal. Oh, I'm on materials. I need to be signatures. Duh. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let's try this one more time. And there's Eloy, and he's going to be numbered to 10. So that's a really nice hit for the White Sox with Eloy. Now I'm going to bring you back to me a minute. We're going to take a look at this booklet, and then we'll do what we need to do to find Did a Forever Home. So we've got Nolan Arenado and the Rockies on one side, Adrian Beltre and the Rangers on the other one. If we have two different team owners, here's what will happen. We'll go to random. I will type in Rockies first because they are on the left. I will then type in the Rangers second since they are on the right-hand side. I will use random 3 different times. The first 2 do not count. It is only the third and final random that will make the determination as to where that card goes, okay? So our Texas Rangers, that's Stang Lover. He hates it when he gets in these kinds of situations. And then the Colorado Rockies are DeLeo 18. Although, truthfully, kind of everybody hates it when they get into these situations because, like, nobody wants to potentially have a card and then have random, take it away from them. That sucks. That's not fun for anybody. We all know that. We've all been on the winning side, probably, and we've all been on the losing side, and the winning side's a lot more fun, isn't it? All right, so once again, ignore the first one. Pay no attention to the second one. Here comes our third and final. There you'll see 3 times our date and time stamp, and it is headed to the Texas Rangers. How about that, kids? So our little dual booklet there headed to the Rangers. Now, let me do a little recap, and then we'll be rolling right on down the road into Illusions. So we may as well start with this because it's in my hand. And that went, of course, to the Rangers using random.org. Our second booklet of the night went to the Philadelphia Phillies with an old dude in there, an old-timer, some game-used baseball bat relic. And then we have Forrest Whitley to 99 for the Astros. And then our fourth was this Jake Sewell, cut signature and materials. That's game used. It's numbered to 5. It is headed to the Cleveland Indians. So those are our booklets out of NT. Now let's start looking through our stack of hits. All right, so there you've got the Pirates and the Cubbies, the Tigers, the Padres, the Astros, the Mets, the Red Sox again, and a little Brad Keller for the Kansas City Royals. Evil Empire, you said, you didn't recognize a lot of these players. Oh, do you follow baseball a lot? Because I think most of these in here are pretty recognizable guys. Frank Robinson for the Orioles, but not unless you watch, follow a lot of baseball. Eric Thames for the Brewers. Then we have Padres, the Angels, Rockies, Tampa Bay Rays, and Toronto Blue Jays. Stang Lover, your good thoughts paid off. You got one in random. I know you're excited about that. The redemption for the White Sox, that is Eloy. It's going to be numbered to 10. This little Kevin Biggio here is nice. For Toronto, then we have the Milwaukee Brewers, the Minnesota Twins, the New York Yankees, the Houston Astros, followed by more Kansas City Royals. We saw some other Royals a minute ago, or another Royal, maybe not multiple other Royals. But we do have quite a few Orioles. And we've got another Pirate that was trying to hang out there at the back. The Mets and the Rangers with Nomar Mazara. A little Ortiz, another one for the Baltimore Orioles. Roberto Alomar for the Indians. Rafael Devers for the Red Sox. And a little Blake Snell for the Tampa Bay Rays. And then Jason Giambi for the Oakland A's. And last but certainly not least is Dakota Hudson for the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, so that has us locked and loaded on NT Baseball. Somewhere along the way I hit the camera, didn't I? So let's get the spreadsheet back up there, and we're getting ready to bust into a little Illusions football. Woohoo! Okay, so you probably saw this a minute ago, but for those of you who possibly jumped in after I went over this at the start, I'm projecting Monday as your shipping date. Yes, I'm aware that is later than normal by quite a bit, and if I can get it out to you sooner than that, I will. I did lose a few days of shipping and sorting due to the death in the family a few days ago, and I'm doing my best to get caught up. However, when you lose more than one day unexpectedly, it can take a week or more to get back on track. So we're probably going to continue to see some expanded shipping dates all the way through what we break by the end of this week, and then hopefully next week we'll get back on track. In both cases tonight, these are paid shipping breaks, so if you were to get skunked, meaning you do not hit a single card of any sort, base or otherwise, you will still get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it, and they will ship when the rest of the break goes out. This is an 8-box inner case of Illusions football. So it's a sealed inner case. It did not come out of a sealed master case. Of course, that was noted in the listing description. That doesn't matter to most people, but there are a couple of people that it does matter to. So if it does matter to you, of course, it was listed in there. And hopefully you read it and saw it. The same format as before, where you've got the team names on one side and the winning bidders cross from each team on the opposite side. Now, let me get the case up here, and we're going to get cracking on some Illusions. I need a little caffeine, too, so give me a hot second. I need to be highly caffeinated. Well, maybe I don't need to be highly caffeinated, but I need to be somewhat caffeinated. I have not slept well the last week or two. So, I gotta get, supercharged. Okay, so, Illusions. If you haven't opened it before, it's pretty awesome. It's got 3 autographs and 2 memorabilia cards per box. One of our autographs is an encased autograph, meaning it's in a one-touch case. And generally speaking, I save those to the very end. I mean, we take them all out as we go, but we don't open them until the end of the break. It gives us kind of the saving the best for last kind of deal. Gives us all something to look forward to. If we find points cards in here, which we could, that's why Panini always says on average when they talk about their number of hits. But if we were to find ourselves a point card, we will use random.org to give that out. And we'll do that at the end of the break. Of course, same thing with redemptions. If we find any, we'll set them in housekeeping face down, flip them at the end of the break. And we'll go a little slower through this first box than we will through subsequent boxes. And that is simply so that we can get a better feel for what exactly we're looking for in each of these. And once we get an idea of what we're looking for in each of them, I never know which direction they're supposed to go. They come out of these packs where half the time they're coming out one way, half the time they're coming out the other way in terms of, facing upside down or not. And then we'll go a little faster through our subsequent boxes after we kind of go over what you can look for in each one of these boxes. Charles, you said you were surprised that there weren't more Yankees in there in the last break. Yeah, I mean, the Yankees are a team you usually see a fair amount in, well, really almost any baseball break. But like any other team, sometimes they run hotter than others. J-Bomb Sauce, I do not remember at all what came out of the first break. Not even one tiny, remote little bit of what came out of the first break. Could not begin to tell you. I'm sorry, man. I literally have no idea whatsoever. But of course, again, this is not from a master case. This was a loose, it was a sealed 8-box case. As you guys know, 8-box inner cases are sealed and they are cases, but they put 2 of them together and call them a master case. And often I have master cases. In this case, I had a couple of loose inner cases, and we broke one the first break. We're breaking another one tonight. So whatever came out of the first one doesn't really impact what's coming out of this one, you know? So we're going to find a lot of these. A few will be numbered, many will not. This one is to 149. These are acetate cards. There's a lot of them with a few different card sets. You know, if they're numbered, we'll take a look at it. If they're not, we'll kind of keep on trucking, basically. Our first relic out heads to the Broncos with Drew Lock. And is that thing numbered anywhere? I don't guess it is. I'm not seeing a number, are you? I didn't see one. So we're gonna go with no, it's probably not. Base cards look like that. Once again, more acetate. And whenever you find gold, believe it or not, for whatever stupid reason, they number gold really high in illusions. They're to 399. Most of the time, gold is low, Panini and anywhere else. In this set, they made it super high to 399. That's to 399 as well. Stephon Diggs. We have ourselves an autograph for Jordan Scarlett and the Carolina Panthers. And it is numbered to, what does that say? 99. It would help if I didn't have it upside down, right? Yeah, I think. Evil Empire, you are looking for Pat Mahomes. All right, my friend. I will do my best to find you some Patrick Mahomes in here. This acetate is to 299 for the Colts. Our second relic is for the Bears. David Montgomery. Evil Empire, you said you've seen a lot of these breaks and not seen any big-time Packers come out of any of the breaks you've watched. I haven't really had an opportunity to spend much time with the checklist of this particular product, another to $3.99. So, honestly, I don't really know who all of the hits are in here. I mean, this just came out at a bad time when I didn't have time to dig into it very much. We'll find a lot of blue. The blue are to $299. We'll find plenty of those, and of course, plenty of our golds as well. $3.99 Deshaun Watson. I like the acetate cards personally. T.Y. Hilton for the Colts. Devin Singletary to $199 Buffalo Bills. Whoops, hang on. Somebody was trying to, Irv Smith was trying to hitch a ride there behind Antonio Brown. I don't think that's who you want to hitch your wagon to these days, though. To $199 Deshaun Watson. And a little acetate Michael Vick. An autographed relic that is numbered to $299. It is Devin Singletary for the Buffalo Bills. All right, that's box number 1. So that kind of gives you a rundown of what it is that we're going to be seeing as we plow our way through the other boxes. Now keep in mind, the encased autograph, obviously, we haven't opened yet, sits right there, as will all the rest of the encased. They'll hang out right up there in that little housekeeping area, and we will save them to the very end, and then we'll bust them all open at once. Nuo, is that how you pronounce your username? Probably not, but well, you don't know because you're new. But if you had been here, you would know I'm terrible at pronouncing names and usernames and such. But I'm going to go with Nuo, perhaps. And you said it's your first break here, and you are hoping to have some good Carson Wentz or some good Eagles luck. All right, well, let's do our best and see if we can't make that happen for you. J-Bomb Sauce, you don't care if there haven't been good Packers and others. You just figure they'll all come out tonight. Well, that's a good way to look at it. I like that plan. Evil Empire, we have... I want to say we pulled a Carson Wentz, but I don't think it was out of here. But we recently pulled a Carson Wentz out of something. By recently, I mean within the last month or so, I think. But I don't know what it was in. It might have been in National Treasures Collegiate Football, maybe NT Collegiate, but I wouldn't swear to it. Stang Lover, you like that Singletary that went by? So is that headed your way then? And Psychedelic Sun, it's your first break too. Well, welcome everybody. And you've got the Lions in here. All right. Bottom of the fifth, still 3-1 Brewers. Okay. Ginger, this is our second box that we're getting ready to start looking at right now. So you've only missed one. If you're just now jumping in, you haven't missed much. It's to 50 for the Bears. Yeah, Scherzer got absolutely touched up, didn't he? I mean, like, by the end of the first inning, he's already down 2, allowed a home run, like, right off the bat to Yasmani Grandal. Like, what was that about? That was a Patriots relic that we just saw. There's Zeke for the Cowboys. 1 to 399 there, little Stephon Diggs. Let's just get all these out of the way here. All these acetates that are sitting right there on the top. Jerry Rice to 399 for the Niners. Our first red one for tonight. Yay to the red ones. Or actually, that's pink one to 75. There are red ones as well, I do believe. Not a whole lot of pink ones. Our last 8-box enter, I believe we found maybe 2 pink ones in the entire case. Maybe one or 2. It wasn't many. So I imagine we'll be about the same tonight. And Aaron Rodgers acetate. And to 199, to 299, sorry, is Hunter Renfrow. I keep wanting to say 199 on that blue, but that was a different card set. Juju Smith-Schuster for my Pittsburgh Steelers, who finally won their first game against the poor Bengals. I mean, one of us had to win, right? One of us did. It was both teams went into it 0-3, so somebody had to come out winning, and thank God it was my Steelers that time. Oh, it could have been XR Evil Empire on the Wentz. It could have been, but I want to say it was maybe National Treasures Collegiate, but I wouldn't swear to that. Andy Isabella and the Cardinals to 299, relic and autograph pairing. Charles Haley for the boys. Green to 99. It's our first green of the night, too. Cole Beasley and the Buffalo Bills. Another big stack of base. Makes it seem like there's so many cards because the base is kind of thick. Makes it feel like there's a lot more than there are. It's to 149 for the Seahawks. And this little bad boy here is numbered to 20. And it is Marv Levy. Buffalo Bills are kind of coming on with some nice hits tonight, aren't they? I mean, you don't really pull a lot of coach. So to 20, if you're a Bills fan, I'd say you're probably digging that. I think that's a good one. Ginger, I don't think we've seen any Titans yet. Not any meaningful Titans anyway. To $3.99 for the Cowboys. You know, you can never absolutely count on my memory, but I don't think we have. It's to $2.99 for the Packers. I'm pretty sure not yet anyway. ML, it's your first break here too. Well, welcome. We got a lot of first timers tonight. Looking for Baker Mayfield. ML is. Hey, Baker is actually one we pull fairly often out of various things. I pulled him a ton his rookie year, and we've still continued to have some nice Baker Mayfield hits out of various things this year. So he's definitely floating around in here. Stang Lover, you said the Cardinals smoked him the last time he pitched in St. Louis. You're talking about Scherzer. Yeah, I don't know what his deal was tonight. I mean, it sounds like he's settled down. I mean, he gave up 2 home runs in the first couple of innings, which is just absurd for him. And he walked. He walked the leadoff batter, which set up for the 2-run homer in the, first inning. And then gave up another home run in the second inning, but it sounds like he got it under control after that, unless they pulled him, which I guess is possible. Evil Empire says Andy Isabella must have signed 5,000 cards. He does come out a lot. You're not wrong about that. Now, TJ Hawkinson, I don't see as much. Maybe a little more in certain products than in others, but as a whole, I would not say that I have seen an inordinate amount of TJ Hawkinson as a whole, for the whole, across all the products that have come out this year. But I would agree that I've seen an extraordinary amount of Andy Isabella this year. I do agree with that. Numbered to 50. How about Todd Gurley and the Rams? Nuo, you said you'd be happy with just if you hit an acetate card. You like them? They are cool. You'll like them even better in person. They're really cool. I've always been a fan of the acetates, honestly. Some of my favorites. In any product, I like them. This is Stephon Diggs. It is another pink. It is numbered to 75. That is headed to Minnesota, The Minnesota Vikings. Jalen Smith for the boys. Got a bad beat down in New Orleans, they did. Andre Reed. I mean, at the scoreboard, it doesn't look like a bad beat down. But, man, when you lose to a team that got all their scoring from field goals, that's like, not cool. Alexander Madison, Vikings, to 299. First impressions, relic, and autograph. Naluda, you're asking about NT, if we had any big hits. I mean, there was some good stuff in there. There was a Pedro Martinez in there. There's a Tatis, a Kevin Biggio. I mean, there were definitely some nice things in there. I don't think there's anything that I would say, like a winning the lottery kind of card. But there were some nice cards in there. So $3.99 Cooper Kupp and the Rams. So, it's a pretty what I would call a kind of a typical NT case, if you will. Psychedelic Sun, we have not hit a Hawkinson. Evil Empire was talking about that he sees a lot of TJ Hawkinson come out, Alvin Kamara and the Saints, out of this product. And I was just saying that in general, I have not noticed him coming out an inordinate amount this year, unlike some of the other players who absolutely come out of everything all the time. Easton Stick, we're talking about you, as a matter of fact. Numbered to 50, little throwback, baby. For the Colts, Dwight Freeney. How about that? You got Indianapolis. I kind of like that, too. Of course, you know me. I like a lot of the throwback stuff. I think it's more fun. Saquon. No, Sean Alexander. To $399 for the Seahawks. I have Saquon Barkley on the brain. I'm sorry. That was Sean Alexander. I don't have any idea why I said Saquon Barkley. But I do know that this is Jarrett Stidham, and I didn't read off the entirely wrong name for a different player and a different team on that one. So, yay for me, right? Jarrett Stidham, of course, the Patriots with that relic. A Drew Brees acetate. And that is numbered to $399. Lots of 3.99s in here. I see a green on our horizon. There's a Derrick Henry acetate for the Titans. It is a green N'Keal Harry to 99 Patriots. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in your boat a little bit, Psychedelic Sun. I haven't been seeing an extraordinary amount of Hawkinson. The place I've found him the most, personally, has been in XR. This is to 2.99 blue DeAndre Hopkins for the Texans. But he is floating around in some of these other things, too. It just seems like, for me anyway, I'm pulling him more out of XR than anything else recently. Joseph wants to know if that was the first Patriots hit. Oh, brother, I don't know. We do recap it at the end, though, so we will, of course, check them out at the end. I want to say there might have been another one, but it could have been a numbered card. I don't really know. I know that it seems like I should know. And before I started doing breaks, when I sat on your side of the table, and I would go back and ask somebody, hey, what if we hit up to this point? And the breaker would be like, you know what? I'm not sure. And I would sit there and think to myself, how in the world can you not know? You just opened it like 20 minutes ago. But let me tell you, when you're on this side, well, it is harder to remember than you think. Because A, you're multitasking. You're kind of keeping up with the chat. You got to keep the cards flowing, keep the room moving, and plus you're calling out things for numbered cards and hits and other stuff. And believe it or not, it is kind of hard to remember on this side of it. I know, it seems like it shouldn't be, but sort of it is. All right. Let's take a look at this box and see what's what. Let's just get these acetates off the top out of the way. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, and then the Bears with Roquan Smith. We may as well get these numbered cards as well. It's to 3.99 Kenyon Drake and the Dolphins, and then to 2.99 Kerryon Johnson for the Lions. Now we can move a little bit. To 3.99 Seahawks, we've got a relic for Baker Mayfield, so we're getting in the ballpark of what you want for Baker. I'm sure you wanted ink, but at least the mojo has brought you a Baker Mayfield, right? So we're getting you in the right direction there, I think. Bob Lilly, Cowboys. Ooh, the plot thickens. Oh. So, we've got a little duel here. And it involves both the Lions and the Broncos. T.J. Hawkinson, the man we've been discussing, and Noah Fant with a really nice-looking card. And it's numbered to 40. Here's the bad news. One team's not going to get it. But one team is, so there's good and bad in that. But here's what happens. It sits right up there in our housekeeping area. At the end of the break, we will check it out and see if perhaps we're lucky and the same person owns both teams. It's to $3.99, which, of course, if they did, then they would just get the card. And if not, then we're going to have to go to dearoldrandom.org once again, as we did earlier with NT Baseball, and find it a home. Zach Allen, a change of pace for the Cardinals. And Zach is numbered to 10. So at least it's not Andy Isabella, right? I would say. At least it's not Andy Isabella. But you know, sometimes that stuff works out. It's numbered to 50, Daniil Hunter for the Vikings. Because think about 2016, right? Everybody's buying the Cowboys because you wanted who? Ezekiel Elliott, of course. Nobody was thinking about little 6th-round quarterback pick Dak Prescott at that point in time. It's to $2.99 Roquan Smith. So if you got him in your break when you were trying to get Zeke, it was just like, oh, okay, you know, you get him and you just like stick him in a stack somewhere. Numbered to 75, Phillip Rivers for the Chargers with a pink. And then, of course, we all know how that turned out. So sometimes you get something good when you're not expecting it. To 299, the Vikings, another Daniil Hunter. A trio of relics. They are all Seahawks. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and a little throwback Steve Largent on there to wrap up our trio. And I thought that might be numbered, but yet I see no number on it. So apparently I thought it incorrectly. Now didn't I? So that puts us at the halfway point. So we've opened 4, and we have 4 left to go. All right, I gotta have a little more caffeine here. I didn't load it up with the Red Bull tonight, though. You know, thinking, well, I've already been having trouble sleeping. Do I really need to add a bunch of Red Bull late at night? So I passed on the Red Bull. Maybe only slightly better, though, to go with the Mountain Dew, right? And I'm probably not much better, but maybe marginally so. Evil Empire, he's Evil Empire's basically going na 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 na, told ya. Although said it in a much much classier way than that. I'm just putting it in playground terms. Told you so. There's TJ Hawkinson. Told you. But you're right. Of course, you've watched, what'd you say, 20-something breaks. So, I mean, the man's on his game. He's definitely gonna know. Oh, Dak Prescott was a 4th-round pick. Sorry. Okay, what did I say? A 6th-round pick. Well, anyway, a late-round pick. So I got the round wrong. Sorry about that. Charles Scott says Red Bull will keep him up all night. Yeah, I know, but a lot of times I'm dragging by the time we get to the evening because I've been up all day sorting and shipping and working on other stuff. And by the time we get to this part of the night, a lot of times I'm dragging. I got to have a little extra caffeine push, you know. Sam Darnold to 99 for the Jets. Ooh, that's a nice looking relic. And it is numbered to 50. Will Greer, Carolina Panthers. Oh, man, Psychedelic, you hit that same Hawkinson Noah Fant card in another break and lost it in the random. You started to buy the Broncos tonight to avoid it, and then you didn't. Oh, brother, I am sorry. We got hope, maybe you'll have better luck tonight with that random. I always hate having to do random because it means one person's going to be disappointed, which it's no fun, right? Nobody wants to lose out. So $2.99, Quinnen Williams, the big man for the Jets. Then to $399, Devin Singletary, rocking it out for the Bills. Just decided we'd unload base off both sides, efficiency and all. Tremaine Edmonds, Bills. The Raiders to 149. A relic for the boys. Tony Pollard. Evil Empire says these boxes stink. Alrighty then. We have Willis McGee, which personally I think is a nice hit. That is numbered to 50 for the Browns. But again, not everybody appreciates some of the throwback hits, but I do like some of that stuff. you get some, things other than rookies. I'm kind of happy sometimes to not see all rookies, although most people probably are chasing rookies. Mitch Trubisky for the Bears. Joey Bosa, Chargers. That is numbered to 399. Hakeem Butler for the Arizona Cardinals. We have ourselves an autograph for the Ravens with Trace McSorley, who's not going to be seeing the field anytime soon if Lamar Jackson keeps playing the way he has been. That is numbered to 125. And I know there's a bunch of Lamar Jackson haters out there who still say, blah, 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 he's terrible. But I'll tell you the same thing I've told you before. He can figure it out. It's, he's got weaknesses, but they all do. But he figures it out usually. Adam Thielen and the Vikings. Packers to 299. He played college ball, just up the road from me in Louisville. So I saw a little more of him maybe than most would when he was in college. Well, that's an interesting looking little card. It is numbered to 12, and it's Chris Carson and Sean Alexander for the Seahawks. Kind of what Topps would call the shimmer pattern. I'm not sure what Panini calls it. I'm trying to hold it at different angles so you can kind of see the pattern. But anyway, it's a cool looking card, and it's numbered to 12, so even better. Even better when they're low numbered and interesting. Stang Lover, you said nothing will ever top losing out on that $2,500 Ohtani Ichiro Dynasty card. Oh, that was a rough one. Yeah. Some of those Dynasty cards, though, good Lord, those are really expensive ones. Those are just the worst when you have to random one of them. I mean, it's bad enough to lose out on a card that's, maybe worth $50 or $100 or even a couple $100, but some of those Dynasty cards are really, really worth some coin. Stang Lover says, I've been slowly, methodically making it up to him ever since. Hey, I try, my friend, I try. Psychedelic Sun, you said Herman Moore has cards in this set. I did not know that. So see, as I said, I haven't had an opportunity to spend much time with the checklist. Yeah, Evil Empire, I don't know. I was talking about the pattern. I know that the card was numbered to 12. I actually think I called that out when we were looking at it. I was talking about the pattern that's on it. All those patterns have different names, of course. And Panini calls their pattern something different than Topps calls it. So I was just talking about the pattern, the design of the card. Yeah, of course, I did see it was numbered to 12. Jerry Rice to 299 for the 49ers. The Rams. Some rewards points, which means one of our hits got replaced with the 600 points reward point card. So now our housekeeping area is getting quite full up there. We've got many things to keep us entertained, don't we? Numbered to 50, we finally see our first red of the night, and it's headed to the Cleveland Browns with Greedy Williams. Been waiting to see a red come out. We've seen some pink, but it's the first red. To 399, Arizona. Big relic. To 50, Dwayne Haskins, who, maybe had a little bit of a rough go there, his first NFL game action, but regular season, I should say, NFL game action. But they didn't exactly throw him out there in the best of circumstances either, so we can't judge him on that quite yet. That was Clark, and this is Andrew Luck. So a couple of Colts acetates back-to-back. To 299, Mr. Mono, Sam Darnold, and the Jets. A relic for the boys, that would be Tony Pollard again. Evil Empire, you saw 2 Hermans today? Dang. He must be coming out with some regularity then. Maybe we'll get lucky and you'll see a 3rd one tonight, maybe, right? Maybe. We hope. We'd like to see him come out again. In here, though, not again. Well, it wouldn't be, you know what I mean. It's the Green Bay Packers. It would be the first time in this break, but the 3rd time you would have seen one today. That's what I'm trying to say. A green Paris Campbell for the Colts. I see a gold up there, maybe for the Eagles. I wouldn't swear to the fact that it's the Eagles, but I think it is. Well, let's go ahead and grab it before we do the rest. It's to 299. It wasn't an Eagle. Sorry, I just saw a little bit of green. It was Le'Veon Bell for the Jets. I gave you a false alarm if you had the Eagles. Sorry, kids. Not intentional. Russell Wilson to 399. Seattle. And the Buccaneers with Mike Evans. We have got a DK Metcalf Seattle Seahawks First Impressions Relic and Autograph pairing numbered 299. Oh, they're low to 20 or 25. Oh, wow. And you already saw 2 of them today. So, dang, that's like 10% of them we know we're gone already. Yeah, that might be a tough pull. It's the Lions. And then to 399, you have Cooper Kupp. And another box is in the books. We have got 2 left out of this 8-box center. So we're 6 down, 2 to go. Chad, you are not in the right place, my friend. We do not have any silver VIP packs breaking here tonight. So, unfortunately, you are not in the right spot. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Yeah, I didn't do any VIP pack breaks this year. Really, I don't think I did any last year either. Last year I had some, but I didn't break them. I used them for other things. But this year I didn't buy any. And I also didn't go pay the outrageous price for the package this year, or last year, or year before last. But those packages, man, they've just gotten worse and worse. Like this, because, you know, those things are not cheap, right? They're usually like 20, 25 grand if you want to buy one of the packages that come with those silver and gold VIP packs. And sometimes, it used to be in past years, the product that was in it, you probably wanted most of it. And you could break it. And so it might be somewhat worth it. And then last year, it was a really stupid mix of products, and I was just terrible. And then this year, they had a ton of blasters and other weird stuff in there, and it's like, for that kind of money? No way. No way is that happening. But people buy them, so, you know. Evil Empire, I'm sure that we have had some Kansas City Chiefs. They may have been base or whatever, but I'm sure we've had some. And as far as like the numbered cards and things, now that I don't know. You know, I'm the worst at trying to remember all that. We've seen so many. And there is a little redemption. It is also hanging out up there in housekeeping. Joe Mixon for the Bengals to 299 for the Lions. That was Kerryon Johnson. Jared Goff to 399 for the Rams. Got some gold to 399 there for Brian Burns and the Panthers. That is 399 Mike Evans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And next out, speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, it is Patrick Mahomes with a relic for Kansas City. And we've got ourselves an autograph, if I can get it extracted here, of Mack Wilson for the Browns. So Cleveland Browns, Mac Wilson to 199 with a little ink headed your way. Luke Kuechly, and that is to 399. Adam Thielen for the Vikings. So Panthers with the acetate, Vikings with the other. To 149 for the Colts, Darius Leonard. Redskins, there's another relic for Dwayne Haskins. The Dolphins, Zach Thomas. And I see a black coming up on us here. Black are numbered to 25. It is George Kittle for the San Francisco 49ers. Get the nice little black George Kittle. So the black, again, not super common. We found, I think, in our last 8-box center, I believe we also found a single black in there as well. Jim Kelly, Buffalo Bills. Green to 99, Josh Rosen for the Dolphins. So hard to get used to that he's a Dolphin, I mean. Of course, they put him in the game this weekend, too. Benched Fitzmagic. Juju Smith-Schuster. And that is numbered to 299. That was Clelin Ferrell for the Raiders. I feel bad for Fitzpatrick, too. I mean, that guy's just been bounced around all over the place, and he's so streaky, though. I mean, you remember last season, he played really well there for a stretch and just seemed like he should be running the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and that they shouldn't even put Jameis back in. And then all of a sudden it's like, bam, he hits the wall. and then that's it. Then he's down for the count for a while. And then he'll go on another little streak. It's kind of odd with Ryan Fitzpatrick, but if he could ever just stay the course, if he could just get in that groove and stay there, he'd be all right. So we are in our last box. So even though we have saved out our encased cards up there, we're going to go ahead and call for Last Box Mojo here. And that's really just where we try to collectively focus our efforts here and try our best to come up with some big smoking hot hits. Nuo, you can't give up yet. He's like, no Eagles. I can't believe it. Well, you can't give up yet, my friend. We've got this box left to look through. We've got all those encased cards up there left to look through. We've got a redemption left to flip over. Giving up way too soon, my friend. Way too soon. We don't know what's going to come out still yet. Charles Haley. And then Khalil Mack for the Bears. And there's Kansas City Chiefs 399. We have got a hit for TJ Hawkinson and the Lions. I know, Evil Empire's already thinking it. See, there's another one. This is 299. So Lions, at least you know you're going to go home with one TJ Hawkinson tonight. No matter what, right? So at least we know you've got one coming, no matter what happens with the random. So that kind of takes a little of the sting out of whatever happens if you don't get it. But we still don't know. You may get it. Lamar Jackson, Ravens, gold to 399. Myles Garrett, acetate to 299. An Arizona Cardinal relic for Kyler Murray. And, well, come on now, Kyler. Oh, well, that would be, let's try that one more time. There we go. Now Kyler's all safe and sound in there. Todd Gurley and the Rams, 399 acetate. And, Jordan Scarlett for the Panthers, who maybe we hit earlier. That might be a bookend on Jordan Scarlett, but I wouldn't swear to it. Of course, we'll recap it shortly. It's to 99 for Carolina. To 149, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was Mike Evans. The Chiefs with a little Pat Mahomes mystique. Travis Kelce to 99. All right. Tyler Lockett, Seahawks. Joe Mixon to 299 for the Bengals. The Dallas Cowboys and Ezekiel Elliott. Easton Stick. Aha, I didn't think we were going to get out of a break without hitting something for Easton Stick. And that is numbered to 50 for the Chargers. Yeah, Easton is one that it's really super unusual to do a break of any 2019 product and not find some Easton Stick in it. Panini uses him quite freely, shall we say. Sammy Watkins, Kansas City Chiefs to 399. A relic for the Panthers, that would be one Will Greer. Now, we have got our encased cards left to open. Everybody's favorite part of the break normally, right? Yeah, they're the fun ones. Well, they're all fun, but they're the most fun, in my opinion, that we're gonna have. So let me just get a couple of little things here together that we're going to be recapping and get those set up there. And we're gonna open. You want to open these first? You want to look at the redemption first? Let's look at the redemption first. Well, no, we'll open these first. Yeah, we'll open these first. Then we'll go to the redemption. All right. Okay, we have got Deebo Samuel and the 49ers. That is numbered to 50. A redemption. Huh, yeah, all right. We'll just set it right up there in housekeeping with our other one. So we have a pair of redemptions now. Lots of housekeeping chores tonight. The Rams hit with Fred Dean, way back, to 75. And then we have Terry McLaurin for the Redskins. That is numbered to 150. The Vikings have Dalvin Cook, and Dalvin is numbered to 10. Every time I think I know which direction it's going to go, they change the direction it's facing on the card. Huh. Just to keep us on our toes there. And this little gem here is numbered to 75. Latavius Murray for the Saints. Now listen, I know he's in a Vikings uniform, okay? But it says Saints for the team, and it also gives you those little bitty tiny letters right there, tell you the date he was signed by the Saints, etc. And that, of course, on the back designates it as well. So it doesn't go by the uniform the player is wearing, it goes by the team that is on the card. Ooh, Dwayne Haskins, Redskins coming on strong here at the end. And Dwayne is numbered to 99. And also, look at that. It's not properly in the one touch, which blows. Yeah, they've closed it up and not had it. The only way you're going to get that put in that one touch correctly is if you break that Panini seal and put that card in there. You can see they totally just missed it. Like, I don't even know how somebody could do that. But anyway, that is what they did. So it's in a one touch absolutely incorrectly. So 2 of its corners are protected. The other 2 are kind of closed up in the side of the case. Ooh, the Colts on an acetate numbered to 10 with Darius Leonard. That's pretty cool. I like the acetates. All right, we're not quite done yet, though, kids. We still have a pair of redemptions to take a look at. First one is Ryan Finley. First Impressions Autographed Memorabilia Black. So that would certainly lead one to believe that that's going to be pretty low numbered. But of course, we will once again go to the Panini website and check it out in a hot second. And our other redemption is Marquise Hollywood Brown. Rookie Endorsements Blue. Marquise Brown is a Raven, but we will also go check that out at the Panini website. And I don't want to write on your one-touch case, but I am a labeler. I truly am. Which is why I put redemptions in things I can write on, and why I'm going to put this in this little handy little bag that I can write on, because it just makes me happy. I like to label it. Makes things go faster and easier when the time comes to ship it out the door. Okay, let me get over here onto the Panini page again. And what are we in? We're in football this time. Oh, wait, I got to bring you with me. I didn't do that, did I? Now I have. Let's see what we can dig out here. Oh, good Lord. Hit the wrong thing. Sorry. What are we? Oh, illusions. We just opened it, and I'm sitting there going, what did we just open? Yeah, I know. Told you I'm tired. Slept, man. All right, Rookie Endorsements Blue is where we're headed first. Rookie Endorsements Blue, card number 27, Marquise Hollywood Brown. Where are you, buddy? I shot right past it. Ravens, as expected, and it looks like it's going to be numbered to 99. Okay, next let's go look up the Ryan Finley, which should be Bengals, but we need to, of course, find out what the little fella's going to be numbered to. Our card set here is First Impressions Autographed Memorabilia Black. Autographed Memorabilia Black. Card number 136. Ryan Finley for the Bengals, going to be numbered 225, so it was pretty low, like we expected that it would be. All right, next up, let's deal with our card that needs to possibly go out by way of random, which I think we know it's going to, but let's double check it. Let me get you over here with me. So the Detroit Lions, and the other team in play here is the Denver Broncos, and we can see there that we do, of course, have two different team owners. So I'm going to bring you back to me for a second. Now, this is going to be typed in Lions first and Broncos second, because I always go left to right if a card is oriented that way, or top to bottom if a card is oriented that way when I'm typing them in. So this is going to be typed in Lions and Broncos. Once again, because we have fewer than 10 items in our list, I will be using random 3 different times. The first 2 are not going to count. It is only that third and final random that will determine where this little card ends up with its forever home. So, let's get over here and get with it. All right, good luck, Lions and Broncos. Here we go. Ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. And here comes the third and final. There's 3 times date and time stamp, and it comes up as the Lions. So the Lions are getting that little bad boy. You lost one in the other random you said the other night, and I guess random.org smiled upon you tonight because you won this one. And once again, wrote on the sleeve, not on the card. I think everybody would know I wouldn't write on a card, but we demonstrate it just for that purpose. Next up, 600 Panini Rewards points, our last housekeeping task. This one's pretty easy. We're just going to jump, or I'm going to jump over here and copy these team names from our spreadsheet, then head over to random.org, whereby they're going to get pasted in. And we will do random one single time here because we have 10 or more items in our list. And whoever is in the number one spot after we randomize is going to take home 600 points. So scrolling through there so everyone can kind of get a feel for it. Make sure everybody's team is in there, which it is. And here we go. Good luck, everybody. Comes up to the Jags. So Jacksonville gets 600 Panini Rewards points by way of random.org. That's the last of our housekeeping, which means we are now ready to do a little recapping. Nuo, oh man, we did not have any luck for you, did we? I am sorry. That did not do you any favor for your Eagles. Man, I feel bad about that. I'm sorry. You know, I've said a million times, I wish they would make a product where every team had at least one hit somewhere in the case, but they never do. But I surely wish they would, because nobody likes to not hit. Numbered to 25, that is headed to the 49ers. We're just recapping a few of our lower numbered things, not all of the numbered cards, because there are a lot of them. That one is numbered to 12. It does have a little pattern on it, which I think might be called Shimmer in here, but that Topps calls it Shimmer. Panini may call it the same, but I'm not 100% sure the pattern name. That's to 50 for the Chargers, and here we have one to 50 for the Browns. All of our green here are numbered to 99. So you had the Colts, the Jets, the Patriots. How did he get by me without being in a little sleeve there? Cole Beasley somehow snuck over there in that pile without being in a sleeve, didn't he? That's the Buffalo Bills. And then the Dolphins to 99 and a little Travis Kelce for the Chiefs to 99. Oops, and our pink ones, which I had stacked out separately. Phillip Rivers to 75 for the Chargers. Stephon Diggs to 75 for the Vikings. Drew Brees to 75 for the Saints. So that's all the low-numbered parallels that don't have autographs or relics attached. The Jags got 600 Panini Rewards points via random.org. The Bengals had a redemption. That'll be numbered to 25 when you get it, Ryan Finley. This little bad boy here went to the Lions by way of random.org. Nice little rookie duel there, which is numbered to 40. And then we had a redemption for the Ravens with Marquise Hollywood Brown. That is going to be numbered to 99. Okay, then let's next take a look at our little stacks of relics and autographs, and then we'll recap our encased cards as the very last bit tonight. And the Carolina Panthers, followed by the Carolina Panthers. Evil Empire, yeah, anytime you can watch any of my breaks from the last bazillion years. Anytime that we have 10 or more items in a list, I do random one single time. Only when we have 9 or fewer do I do random 3 times. So it's always the same. It is consistent from every single break. And honestly, it's random. So I could do them all just once. But because there are I don't know, when it's fewer than 10, we just do them 3 times. That's the way it's always been, and it's always been once when it's 10 or more. But it is called random.org, so they always get us fixed up no matter how many times we do it. And that's the Redskins, followed by the Browns, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Seahawks, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Redskins again, followed by the Ravens and Trace McSorley. The Browns, the Cowboys, Panthers, that might be the other one I was thinking of for the Panthers, that other Will Greer. The Seahawks with a trio of relics. There come the Cardinals and another Brown. Actually, we ended up finding a lot of Browns, as a matter of fact. Then we have some Arizona Cardinals, and some Lions, the Patriots, the Colts. I like that Dwight Freeney, actually. The Saints, the Vikings with Alexander Madison. Usually we find Irv Smith Jr. Well, actually, both those come out a lot. I like this, too. Marv Levy. I forgot we hit that. Marv Levy for the Bills is a fun little hit there for Coach. The Cardinals, the Steelers, who maybe only had that one hit tonight. There's another Patriot, Jarrett Stidham, so we did have at least a pair of them, it seems. And there's Devin Singletary again for the Bills. Here's the Bears with David Montgomery. There's the Jordan Scarlett for the Panthers, which I believe does, in fact, make us a bookend. And the Broncos with Drew Lock. And then last but not least, we've got our encased cards. I like this because it's an acetate. I wish it had been hard signed, but of course I always want everything to be hard signed. I don't like stickers that much. But anyway, I do like this card. It's numbered to 10. It's Darius Leonard for the Colts. This card is great if Panini had been smart enough to put it in the top loader correctly, but as you can see, they totally missed the cutout where the card was supposed to sit. So I don't think you can probably fix it without cutting the seal and getting in there and repositioning it yourself. So I'm not going to touch it. I'll leave it to the Redskins owner, but I wish Panini had been a little more careful on that one. Latavius Murray and the Saints. The Vikings with Mr. Delvin Cook. Redskins hit another encase, that one with Terry McLaurin. And then you have the Chargers with some throwback, Fred Dean and Deebo Samuel for the 49ers. San Francisco, baby. All right, kids, that is the break. That is the recap. We will put up spreadsheet information one more time. If you weren't logged in any of the other times when we talked about shipping and stuff, now is the time to look at that. Don't leave if you didn't see this before. So basically right now I'm projected to get it on the way to you approximately Monday. Yes, I know that's slow. Yes, I know that's later than usual. I am sorry. Had a death in the family last week. Missed a couple of days where I couldn't do any sorting or any shipping. And as a result, I am behind, right? So it always takes some time to get caught up after that happens because, you know, stuff that should have been out the door wasn't, and it just kind of backs up like a little train. But anyway, if I can get it sooner, I will. If you got skunked in either one of these breaks tonight, meaning you did not pull a card of any sort, base or otherwise, you will still get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it. And since it's a paid shipping break, it will ship when the rest of the break ships. You do not have to wait for a next package to go anytime it is a paid shipping break. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, we've got just the one product. I scheduled this light for most of the week because I know I've got to get caught up on things. Archive Signature Series Retired Player Edition. It's a new release for tomorrow. We'll break it tomorrow night later than normal. We're going to start at 9:45 Eastern, which is 6:45 Pacific. But also, it's kind of a quick break, so you're talking, you know, probably 20 minutes or so. The whole thing will be over. On Thursday night, we'll open another case of Bowman Chrome Baseball. Friday night, we'll see us opening a 5th case of XR Football. On Saturday, we're going to be kind of busy. 8:30 Eastern to 5:30 Pacific. None of it takes a very long time to open, though, because it's not, you know, super... Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Allergy and asthma season. Love it. None of it has a lot of cards in it, is my point. So even though it's 4 products, it's still going to be a fairly quick night. We're going to do a half case of 5-Star Baseball. Those are loose boxes from a shared case. Then we're going to do Archive Signature Series Retired Player again by the full case. We're going to do a half case of Flawless Collegiate Football, which is the back half of the case. And then Little National Treasures Baseball again by the full case. Sunday night will be an off night, and that is all the news to use there. All right, so let me get caught up on chat here real quickly. And Evil Empire, you said you liked the recap except for the fact that there were no Chiefs for you. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I know, right? That's like terrible. That's not fun when that happens. All right, Psychedelic Sun. Well, I'm glad that we went at a pace that you liked. I tend to kind of buzz my way through base because you know what? We're all here looking for hits and inserts and numbered things for the most part. So I'm with you. I don't like to spend a ton of time on base, so I'm glad we were on the same page there. Staying Lover, you said you started out hot but fizzled at the end. Well, at least you started out hot, which means you got some good stuff somewhere along the way, right? That's the important part. And Evil, I agree with you. The Levy card, I like that, right? I mean, you don't get a lot of cards for Coach, so I thought it was cool too. All right, kids, that is it for me tonight. Thank you once again for being here. Always appreciate it. I will be back at it tomorrow night. If I do not see you then, I hope that I will see you again sometime soon. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye now.